Right, well, hello everybody and welcome back. You're watching another MobaCast show. My name is Tripe and I'll be hosting this replay cast solo tonight. And basically what I was doing was just going through a backlog of games and looking for some really epic games, basically games rated as being absolutely epic. Now, this game is about 2 weeks old. It's from the Farm for Fame Winners Brackets final, and if you haven't seen it already, this is Meet Your Makers versus Na'Vi. Now, this is apparently a really awesome game. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, although I'm sure it's been casted elsewhere, but I thought, hey, why not? Why not? You know, I'm going to watch this, may as well do a bit of a solo cast while I do it. The bands coming out here straight up from MYM, they have banned Nerubian Weaver and Invoker, okay, two very solid bands there. I'm just looking at Furion also being taken off the board, so I won't be seeing any sort of jungling mass global spamming Furion running around the map. Of course, if you're watching our cast with Stars Boba versus XLG, of course Stars Boba were running Furion very aggressively. He was teleporting all over the map, supporting ganks left, right, and center. It was quite fun to watch, and that was absolute carnage, that match. But also Spectre once again being banned. She is a very hard carry. If you can get her into the late phase, if you can get her farmed up, she's also very difficult to take down because of how she mitigates damage and then spews back out in your face. Very annoying. But also, she's also really good at disrupting Blink Dagger lineups because of her ult. You just pop that preemptively as your team goes to push, and then you don't have to worry about being initiated on by heroes that favor Blink Daggers like Enigma or Behemoth. They'll just be shut down, completely being pinged away by those illusions to stabbing everybody. Omni Knight also being banned by MYM. Of course, Omni Knight, if you can get him into those solo lanes, get him a few levels, get him a little bit of farm, and he gets those arcane boots, maybe he can pick up another support item as well. He could really be very difficult to deal with and can allow his team to push really hard and constantly. He basically becomes almost like a walking fountain, always spewing out both mana and heals like that, especially if you get a second arcane ring and another hero. Your team can pretty much perpetually push. You won't even need to worry about going back to refill or even refilling bottles or anything. But waiting on the next ban from Na'Vi here. Looks like they might be going into a bit of overtime as we wait for this to see what they're going to go. Going to pick up this last ban, and then we will, of course, select the next few picks. Now, the first picks are quite crucial because you want to balance giving away a particular strategy your team may run. If if your team is known for running a particular hero in a particular way, if you pick that hero, it may telegraph what your next few picks are going to be, which of course would give away some bans. But also, you need to balance that with how badly do we need to select this hero to, take this game. We want to, how badly do we want this hero on the board? Do we want to risk having him banned or picked by the other team? So, naturally, it's going to be interesting to see what MYM decide is going to be the all-important first pick. A Shadow Demon rounding out the bans there, the first set of bans anyway. We've got another 2 from each team to come still. But now the first picks for Meet Your Makers. I'm wondering what they're going to pick. It could be something... Honestly, I don't really know what they're going to pick. It's hard to tell. They could do anything, really. They're quite an experienced team. They could run pretty much anything they feel like. And although they'll probably go with something that they're known for, considering this is the Winners Brackets final, so, they probably want to be playing it safe. I wonder if we're going to see another Lycan pick again. Of course, we still Na'Vi running a Lycan lineup, and really worked quite well using those multi-prong pushes. They really do like pushing from all fronts at once, and it's very effective, especially when we see it go against teams that don't have very much AoE damage. They don't have a really good creep clearing ability, so they have to stand around attacking the creep wave for quite some time, so they can't quickly just burst down a creep wave that's busy trying to push one Rax and then spin over onto the next Rax and defend it from the heroes which are pushing that. But Windrunner, the first selection by MYM. Now I think this is a good selection because she's very versatile, so if they decide midway through the picks that they want to change their strategy, they can always shuffle her out from different roles, because of course she can solo against Trial, she can solo against a solo, or she can even just solo mid and just farm it up, or go in a tri lane and be the carry in a tri lane and get farmed up thanks to that tri lane. So she could do a lot of things. But Ancient Apparition being picked. Now, he, with his ult and both Ice Vortex, basically, he has a really good synergy with AoE heroes, with mass AoE damage heroes. So, but then the second pick, Broodmother, a solid hero by all accounts, but not one that, synergizes particularly well with Ancient Apparition. So, I'm wondering what she's going to do with that. Well, I suppose the next picks will probably synergize more effectively with Ancient Apparition. Of course, Ancient Apparition is really nasty. He's got that global threat range with the snapping ult. Very, very painful if you can land it anyway. Of course, it does have some delay, so it is a bit of a skill shot. But now waiting on the next picks from Meteor Makers. I really am wondering if they're going to run this Windrunner as a solo or if they're going to run her as a carrier. Of course, she does do a lethal barrage of damage if you can get her lined up with with a good power shot, as well as just getting her farmed up to just rapid fire down heroes. Of course, proccing things like you can spam off massive amounts of chain lightning if you get her that Maelstrom. Really improves the farming as well, but I'm not sure what they're going to go with here. It looks like they're taking some time to think about it, really chewing into the extra time at the moment. Omni Knight, Shadow Demon, Furon out, Spectre out. With Spectre out, they probably could afford to go with some blinking heroes, although I'm not sure if they will. Wow, they're really taking their time on this one. So anyway, just doing a bit of solo casting. I think Fake is off busy with something else at the moment. And of course, if you didn't see our cast but with XLG versus Starsbow, I believe it was a show match. It was actually really epic. I'd suggest checking out. And this is why I've been going through like some of these replays, looking for other replays to cast that are deemed as epic, because that was absolutely nuts, that cast. There were 108 kills, 108 hero kills. There were I think 5 deaths before the 30-second mark. It was absolute carnage. So if you haven't seen that already, I suggest taking a look at it. But the next 2 picks for Meteor Makers, we have Earthshaker and Crystal Maiden. Now, Crystal Maiden, of course, with that brilliance, or allows her team to spam up the spells, and a Windwalker who is Windrunner, not a Windwalker, Windrunner who is able to spam up her power shot early on. That really can help her dominate the lane, or even just control the lane, or even if she's up against a trial and just hold her own. If she can just do a bit of farming and a bit of harassing, or mostly farming. When you're against an enemy trial and you're not too worried about harassing, you're more interested in just farming and sniping off creep wherever you can get the last hit, because getting those last hits is very important. Just trying to stay as farmed up as possible. Earthshaker also a great hero, and with heroes like Spectre off the board, he doesn't have to worry about his blink initiation getting interrupted. But of course, he's also a really good roaming hero, although if you do roam with him, it tends to delay the blink dagger a bit unless he gets really lucky and snipes off those kills and manages to get those kills up. But here's the next pick, Venomancer for Na'Vi. Now this synergizes excellently with Ancient Apparition. Of course, one of the balancing factors of Venomancer's ult is it's non-lethal, so it can tick someone down to 1 damage. But of course, the other factor is because it's non-lethal, it does an absolute crap ton of damage. Now, with Ancient Apparition's ult, by hitting someone with that health freeze and then managing to, basically the ult from Venomancer, basically it ticks them down, just chews away through their health, it gets them to the snapping point and then finishes them off. It is really, really quite painful. And then Enigma and Batrider being banned by MYM, also very solid bans. And Enchantress and Chen, also we see these 2 heroes. Chen, sometimes, you see Chen running around, sometimes he'll farm his own creep jungle, but other times he'll farm the enemy jungle and then roam a bit with it. But this time being taken off the board. And of course, Chen is one of those heroes who's good at stopping the whole pushing business, because he can have a creep just run off and divert a creep wave. Those multi-pushes that we've seen from Na'Vi, Chen is one of those heroes who would actually be decent against it, decent at stopping it or delaying it, because you could just use one of your creep to delay and move a creep wave, an enemy push away. You can just aggro the creep wave and then drag them away into the jungle or something, or just pull them off but out of position, and until you're ready to engage them after you finish fighting their heroes which are busy pushing. And also Rexar being picked up by Meteor Makers. Rexar, great pick, absolutely solid stun. So I'm looking at MYM's lineup, and they have 4 heroes so far with disable, so that is looking to be a very painful lineup. They, at the moment, Na'Vi on the other hand, they really only have 1 solid disable, and Ancient Apparition's disable isn't really that reliable, so at the moment they're a bit stun light, and they might get locked down heavily by MYM if they're not careful. However, Na'Vi now picking up Vengeful Spirit, so she can also do that roaming sort of play, very useful at setting up early pressure and early ganks. Also, Venomancer is one of those heroes who can do either the whole roaming business or the supporting business. He can do hard supporting in a trial, or just supporting some sort of carry, as well as you can also run him as a solo hero, but at the moment, I don't think that'll be the case. I'm thinking they're going to give Ancient Apparition the solo, as well as Broodmother, because she can handle the solo pretty effectively. I'm just wondering where they're going to put Rexar is a very good mid hero. He can control the lane with his wild axes, but they've picked up Tinker as well. Now, Tinker is more likely to take the mid, in my opinion, which, if Broodmother's taking a melee solo, they'll probably have Rexar up against him, although I think Broodmother will have the advantage there, just with webs and the amount of, just the sheer amount of damage she can do, and the slow is very useful for harassing. But Alchemist also being the final pick for Na'Vi. Now, we've seen a massively farm Alchemist against Na'Vi earlier, 14-minute Radiance. However, he wasn't able to carry the game, really didn't do a whole lot. In fact, spent a lot of time farming, and in the end, didn't take advantage of that early Radiance, and they just let Na'Vi get back in the game. Na'Vi sort of got on their feet and then started pushing away like crazy and managed to just pound down towers left, right, and center. So in the end, of course, the game is won and lost by taking out the throne, pushing down buildings, so Na'Vi took advantage of that and managed to win the game. And I'm just watching MYM now. They are rolling out with Rexar and Tauren Chieftain in the bottom lane, maybe supporting. I don't know if he's down here to gank or if they're going to go for a Rexar tri-lane. I'm not sure what they're doing. In fact, it looks like a mass gank at the moment. Looks like they want to gank mid and also check the early Roshan, possibly. I don't know if they're too worried about that. I don't think they need to be that worried about it. They don't really have that much of a Roshan lineup, in my opinion, but so they might be trying to get that. They were just checking it out there, making sure nothing fishy was going on. So it looks like they were worried about the first level Rosh strat, although didn't pan out. At the moment, Vengeful Spirit hanging around mid, although I don't think she'll stand around here for too long. I think she'll back off and go roam relatively soon. At the moment, Alchemist, yes, that is Alchemist in the top lane, while Venomancer are going to be supporting Broodmother soloing bottom. Should be able to handle that with the Vengeful Spirit finding a double damage rune as well as setting up a ward here. It looks like Tinker is going to be mid with... Surely they're not doing 3 mid. No, I think they'll run off to the bottom lane. It looks like they are moving off to the bottom lane at the moment to support Rexar. Windrunner going to be soloing. She should be able to manage that all right against Alchemist and Venomancer. So I'm just looking at Tinker being very cautious about that double damage. Vengeful Spirit, of course, doesn't want to get caught out by any sort of gank, though he doesn't need to really worry too much. He's got Crystal Maiden covering his backside, as well as this ward up here, making sure there's no gank from the top. So shouldn't be too worried, can just focus on last hitting. Looks like down in the bottom lane, we're going to have Rexar versus Broodmother. Now, this isn't going to go well for Rexar, in my opinion. He's going to struggle against Broodmother. See, he's harassing with wild axes, but that's going to sort of taper off. It's not going to be as effective after a little while as Broodmother starts, denying and harassing a lot. Should be harassing with the webs. It's going to become very, very annoying as the game turns on. And see, this is what that ward does. Just spots that gank, possible gank. Although at the moment, Vengeful Spirit wasn't trying to gank. She was just setting up a ward of her own. Just making sure nobody's coming around there and also spotting their own. Vengeful Spirit looks like she might be running off to, no, going back to middle at the moment as well. Crystal Maiden now getting Brilliance Aura. I think she had that Nova. Icy Nova at the moment. But just looking at Venomancer has dotted up Windrunner at the moment. As he's now, that's very effective. Stacking the creep camps before you pull them. And also, yes, it looks like Tauren Chieftain has also done the same. Because basically, if you stack these creep neutral pull camps before you pull, it allows the neutrals to completely obliterate the creep wave, which is very, very useful. It's completely denies experience, and this is going to cut down on both Windrunner's experience as well as Broodmother. Although Broodmother looks like she is coming out second best, of course, at the moment. Tauren Chieftain is doing the pulling, but I am predicting that she will come up ahead a little bit later. At the moment, Wild Axes is keeping Rexar in the game, but once she gets a couple more webs up, it is going to become quite annoying for Rexar to stay on top of it. Better just do a lot of hit and run tactics. At the moment, looks like Windrunner's a lot of trouble. Got hit by the magic missile. She's had Venomous Gale chucked at her, and yeah, she is going to go down. Venomancer and a double damage Vengeful Spirit. Not much you can do there. Not much at all. There's mass pings in mid now. Crystal Maiden's still mid. This is a little bit interesting. Now, the only real reason to keep her mid and not roam with her at this point in time is to try and... I think they are really worried about Ancient Apparition's early game. They don't want him to transition from a good early game into a good mid game, so they are trying to keep him down with 2 heroes, although Crystal Maiden not doing much of the keeping down at the moment. Nothing much interesting there, just a bit of pulling going on. Is there any action here? Look at this, just harassing those spiders. Broodmother will probably get on top of Rexar very soon, I think. See this? Look at this micro. She's using the spiders to harass while she farms from complete safety at the moment. It's going to become very, very irritating for Rexar. So I'm just looking at Ancient Apparition. I'm being forced to stand back just a little bit. But there might be a gank. Smoke and Deceit has been used by Venomancer and Vengeful Spirit. Are they going to gank it? It looks like they're coming up on it. I'm thinking we're going to be seeing a gank here very, very soon. Here they come. Venomancer gets the Venomous Gale off. We will see a Magic Missile. There it comes, smacking into Tinker, and down goes Tinker. Nothing he can do. Just that 3-man gank using the Icy Vortex as well to slow him down. That would have been quite painful. All of that magic damage stacking on top of him as he has just skilled up Ancient Ice Vortex to level 2. So I'm just going to try and check. Plague Wards level 1 on Venomancer. Of course, those are great for scouting. Actually, we should mention that both teams have a really useful scouting in the form of Plague Wards and the Greater Hawk. As it looks like, I don't know if that was an intentional pull there from Windrunner. Actually, I think that might have been Venomancer possibly pulling that. Not dead sure. Let's see, Rygor just not quite managing to sneak in and grab that Illusion Rune. Look at this, Rexar being pushed back by the Broodmother. We're just going to check CS's at the moment. Broodmother sitting on 17 to 14, Rexar on 13 to 4. So Broodmother is getting ahead now, and do not want to let her snowball because that is something very, very problematic. That she does, of course, do a ridiculous amount of damage if you let her farm. So they will need to be getting on top of it. Although I think they might wait until Tinker gets his bottle, as well as possibly Boots of Travel. Tinker, of course, you know, once he gets his Boots of Travel, it becomes very mobile. He can fly all around the map and just basically, well, just fly all around the map and support kills left, right, center, as well as push multiple lanes, which also, I suppose, this is also a great counter to, Navi's, you know, sort of trademark multi-pushing thing, being able to just teleport between lanes constantly and just throw down the the Clockwork Goblin March, and just completely ping down lanes. It's very, very useful because, of course, the Goblins do a lot of damage to creep, just destroying them. And look here, again, the micro from the Spider just forcing back Rexar. Look how far back he's having to stay. He's completely worried about getting too close to the Spider at the moment, as he should be, because at the moment, without level 6, he can't really force the Spider off him if he comes under 5. But at the moment, might see, no, there's nobody here. Venomancer is safely tucked away behind those trees while he pushes, although it looks like they're just going to try and sneak up some creep kills at the moment. Steal these neutrals, try and stop it from pushing down the farm close, so pushing down the creep wave. Just gonna, there we go, yeah, steal those creeps, steal the neutrals if possible, make sure it's not all in vain there, not let the neutrals steal all the experience. It's Ancient Apparition, as hit level 6, has opted for a soul. Yeah, no, sorry, no Shadow, it's not a soul ring. So I have a bit of a brain fart. Ring of the Basilius on, Windrunner, of course, great item. Tinker, still no bottle. Gonna let Crystal Maiden take it. No, there we go. Just got his bottle off the courier. Excuse me. So I get something stuck in my throat. Shaker gets his first level in Enchant Totem. Fair enough. That's probably 2 levels in Vision. Again, another pull from Venomancer. Doing his best to control his lane. And Rexar at the moment... well, he can't afford to farm the lane because, look, it's all pushed up against the tower. And he can't really get anywhere near Broodmother at the moment. So he's opting just to farm the jungle in the meantime, which is a wise choice, rather than sitting around doing nothing. And Windrunner and Earthshaker, no, nothing going to come from that. Another level in Plague Wards. Interesting. He wants to level up Plague Wards. They can do a considerable amount of damage early if you can stack down enough of them. Useful for pushing. Although, if you're just scouting with them, you can just stick with a level 1 Plague Ward. Vengeful Spirit now also top. So I really should have gotten myself something to drink, apparently. So my throat is giving out just a little bit. So it looks like, no, not sure. Oh, alright, she's trying to pull that Furbolg up there. Taking a bit of damage, though, from Venomancer. Not successful because Creep Wave messes it up. As it looks like we might be seeing a bit of action because Windrunner, there goes the Venomous Gale, hitting Earthshaker. Earthshaker gets hit by the Magic Missile. It looks like a good shackle shot on Vengeful Spirit, and a Fissure cutting off Vengeful Spirit. Yes, it does cut her off. Also, Frostbite being used on Venomancer, but it looks like they're going to get out of here. Yeah, Earthshaker managing to back up successfully. not taking any more damage from the dots. No, he is okay at the moment. Wave of Terror was used, but not doing enough damage. Ancient Apparition, not sure what he's up to there. I think just grabbing a bottle. Oh, hello. Venomancer and Ancient Apparition just finding Tinker and shutting him down there. And that's that Plague Ward. That's how useful it is. You know, it allows you to see uphill. Just doing that scouting. Basically, they threw it uphill as Tinker walked uphill and just continued line of sight against him, preventing him from being able to escape, although he was probably boned either way with Venomous Gale. And the poisonous spit on him. The orb effect from Venomancer. So I'm just watching Windrunner. Nothing really noteworthy at the moment. Venomancer also headed top. Let's have a look at the creep scores at the moment. Ooh, that's going to be nasty. Broodmother on 44 to 11. 33 for 7 for Alchemist. Not doing as well, but still quite good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here comes some action. Like the looks of it. Will we see a good fissure? Nice shackle shot using the creep to hit Venomancer, although he's moved. He should be able to get away here if he can just back up. Magic Missile catching Windrunner. They've just been... Oh, here comes the ult from... Oh no, Venomancer's down. The ult from... Ancient Apparition hitting Windrunner and all three of them, in fact, and the dot. See, this is the dot effect from Venomancer. Managing to snap him with that ult. They don't get any experience, but they do get the kill and shut down Windrunner's farm, which is very useful. And this is the global threat range, which Ancient Apparition can provide. Very, very useful. But it was a great shackle shot from Windrunner, though. Just pinning him to a creep, just saying, oh, hello, you're lined up there. Because a lot of people forget, you know, you can aim it at a creep to shackle a hero. And they just go, oh, I've got to shoot at the hero every single time. And they forget about that. But obviously, Windrunner on the ball this time around. So it looks like Rygor's still level 4, having to back up. And Alchemist has opted for an early Vanguard. Now this makes him very tanky and very difficult to shut down, as well as giving him the ability to jungle if he so desires. Venomancer, Ancient Apparition here. Are they going to go for Windrunner? Plague Ward just harassing her at the moment. Just looking for where are the Sentinel heroes. Tinker is top. Doesn't have boots of travel yet. Beastmaster grabs an invis room. Will we see a mid gank here? He does have level 6, level 8 in fact, so we could be seeing him trying to shut someone down with a gank, although Na'Vi saw him coming from a mile off. Yeah, they know he's there. They know, and look, they're even warning he might be heading top with invisibility room, so his teammates know that he could be coming. Oh, sorry, the enemy team know that he could be coming in that direction. Looks like he's just content to scout around this area here with the, you know, best being gas rocks, we might even call them. Tinker now opting to push the mid lane with Crystal Maiden and Rygor Stone with the Earthshaker. I just saw the ult go out on top of these guys. Yes, it does hit 3 of them. Only Rygor managed to dodge it. Beastmaster trying to get stuck in Vengeful Spirit, successfully wiping her out. Power Shot not hitting much of anything there. As now, looks like Beastmaster going to port out. And look at this, Windrunner could be in a little bit of trouble. She's walking into Venomancer, and Windrunner going to go down here. Yeah, she is absolutely boned, going down. Ancient Apparition getting hit by that fissure, however, not managing to do a whole lot of anything to him, but annoy him. Venomous Gale hitting Crystal Maiden, and, oh no, and the ult from Venomancer. They're in a lot of trouble. Crystal Maiden going to go down here. Fissure cleaning up Ancient Apparition, but Crystal Maiden getting wiped out at the same time. Now Venomancer trying to dot down Tinker. Tinker, oh, he's losing so much health to those dots. Yes, he probably might. Losing health. He's still got the dots on him. Still losing health. Oh no, he is going to back up successfully though. Looks like he managed to just sneak away there. Another fissure. Venomous Gale missing though. And Venomancer taking a lot of damage. Vengeful Spirit looks like she might throw out a scouting shot. No. He can of course scout with that Wave of Terror. Very useful. But Venomancer has opted to level up Venomous Gale to level 2 now, so he's been going for a bit of a different build. Of course, with Venomancer, and you know, it's similar to the roaming supportive Vengeful Spirit build, the roaming Vengeful Spirit. Uh-oh, there's another ult from Ancient Apparition, and look at this, Venomancer managing to cause that snap on the Actually, it gave it to Pink, oddly enough. I thought that was Venomancer's dot that managed to do that there. He must have been hit by something else as well. But that ult, see, this is the global firepower that Ancient Apparition can bring, and this is what makes teams worry about him so much. Just causing so much havoc from so far away with that massive ult. But Razzle Darkbrew, the Alchemist, pretty low on health at the moment, but he will heal up pretty quickly using... Actually, that power shot missing, also using a health bottle, although, you know, with his ult, he also recovers a lot of health, as well as just the Vanguard as well, allows him to heal quite quickly. But there is support coming, a hasted Vengeful Spirit at the moment. She's got nothing but boots, has been doing a lot of the warding. Another good ward there. Still not a whole lot of Ancient Apparition. He does have early Steam Boots, which does help mitigate the fact that he's a squishy intelligence hero. Looks like Beastmaster going toe-to-toe with Broodmother. Again, they really need to do something about it. She's got that Soul Ring. She is on the way to a Black King Barber. Looks like that would be the most sensible pickup for her. First pickup for her, I would believe. Looks like she's on the way to that with her Ogre Axe. Is there a bit of action in mid? No. Might be seeing some... No, he's way out of position there to be able to set up a gank unless Venomancer can walk in and set up that ult. Of course, that ult, Poison Nova, does so much damage, and when you combine it with Ancient Apparition's ult, it allows them to snap heroes quite easily. Now, when I was talking about Ancient Apparition getting the kill from his ult in that last engagement, I was a little bit surprised because I thought Venomancer's Dot got it. Because when you kill something, when there's somebody has their health snapped by the ultimate from Ancient Apparition, it should credit it to the person who caused the snap, if I remember correctly. Although Ancient Apparition now heading bottom. Rexar, though, porting out. I think he knows there's trouble there. As Ancient Apparition guessing where the Rexar is, but missing because of the port. Throwing down an Ice Nova as well, trying to catch him if he was hiding around that corner. Broodmother's still farming away. She also has a Poor Man's Shield. Had that for a while, actually. The Alchemist is opting to farm in the jungle at the moment, being harassed slightly by a power shot from Windrunner. Windrunner, just check her farming a bit. Wave of Terror being used on her. She has been hit by it. Could be in a little bit of danger as Venomancer on his way up here. Doesn't have any... Oh, wait. Is that their ward? It is the MYM's ward. She knows he's coming. She is probably going to back off in time. Still got Wave of Terror on her. Needs to hopefully get rid of that in a second. Although, here comes that ult. Ooh. Another ult from Ancient Apparition. And see, that's them trying to snap someone from long range as... Oh, no. Broodmother finally getting wiped out in the bottom lane there. Rexar jumping, and look, they got that dust appearance. Of course, dust very necessary, or wards, counter wards very necessary for ganking Broodmother, or the dust is more useful, to be honest. And Windrunner has opted for that early phase boots. It looks like she might be getting a little bit too bold. Could be getting hit, although Fissure from Rigel not stopping that tower push. They do take down that first tier tower. And is there another Ancient Apparition ult coming in anytime soon? No, I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. But at the same time, oh, there's the Ancient Apparition ult. Just missing everybody though, I think. Although, actually, no, that did hit. No, it didn't. That's a brilliant tour. But both teams trade their first tier towers in the bottom and top lanes. So it looks like Ancient Apparition going to get that deny, of course, denying tower, denying a lot. A lot of people don't realize how much gold that denies, but when you consider, the first tower is worth like 250 gold or so per teammate, you cut down the gold income by 150 gold approximately per enemy team member. So that's like 750 gold. That is huge. That's a huge gold loss if you can deny a tower. And, it just gets worse the further up that you deny, the further up the tiers that you deny them. Rexar not managing to get the jump on Broodmother there, unfortunately. I think his ult's still on cooldown. I'm just watching Tinker Rockets there fly around. I think it was a Tinker Rocket flying around. Vengeful Spirit, what has she got? Still wards. Looks like she might be going for treads just to try to offset your squishy nature, of course. Vengeful Spirit, very, very squishy as an agility hero. Now it is 4 to 8, but we should mention that pretty much this whole time that Vengeful Spirit and Broodmother have been farming. Sorry, not Vengeful Spirit. Alchemist and Broodmother have been farming. They haven't really been contributing to this game. So at the moment it's 4 and 8 in Navi's favour kill-wise, and they've been getting this early hero kill lead on the heroes just by Ancient Apparition, Vengeful Spirit, and Venomancer pretty much working around the clock to attack heroes all around the map. So it's very... And we should also mention that Ancient Apparition also hasn't really left his lane either. He's been farming the mid lane and just supporting kills. But here we go. He's throwing out that Icy Vortex, getting hit by Bishop. He's in a little bit of trouble. Has been hit by Laser as well. Needs to back up. Will there be a power shot? Hits Vengeful Spirit. Oh, very lucky. Fires off a Wave of Terror, just scouting out to see if there's anybody walking through this jungle here. They did see him coming. Venomancer knows they're coming, I'm sure. Is just scouting as well. Is going to back up successfully. No. Uh-oh, he's in a lot of trouble now. He's overextended. Gets hit by that Shackle Shock. It's cut off by Fissure. The ult comes out from both Venomancer and Time. That looks like Windrunner in a lot of trouble. Yes, she does get snapped by that ult from Ancient Apparition. A good ult from him, as well as the Icy Vortex reducing, as well as that Icy Vortex cutting down the magic armor and getting hit by Venomancer's ult at the same time. So painful. So I think Tinker has his boots of travel. He probably had them for a little while now. Yes, he does have boots of travel now. So, of course, Tinker going to be able to fly around the map, cause all sorts of havoc. I'm just going to look at the creep stats at the moment. Tinker on 55 to 19. Winner on a 66 to 12. Well, 72 for 12 for... Oh, no, that's not action in the bottom lane. 72 for 12 for Alchemist. He's farming quite strong. And wow, 98 to 18 for Broodmother. She's farming very strongly. They have managed to gank her once, but when she's got 98 creep kills, you know, at 18 minutes in, that is looking quite problematic. Of course, we should remind you, the gold standard for farming, if you're trying to farm up a carry hero, you know, your gold standard is about 50 creep kills per every 10 minutes. And, you know, he's almost got his 100. Now, I mean, this is gold standard you do when not under pressure. Oh, when I say pressure, you know, not like, I mean, like hard pressure, like, you know, up against, you know, what Rindan is trying to do. You know, she's not going to hit gold standard because she's up against a tri-lane. Oh, well, not a tri, but, you know, she's having a lot of crap roam up there and try and gank it fairly frequently. And she's being pushed back by Venomancer all the time, having creep just pulled against the left, right, and center, whereas Broodmother has a much better ability to control the lane with her Spiderlings. You know, she can go and harass the creep pool with her Spiderlings while she stays in the lane. So she can do a lot more work like that. I think I just saw Dust of Smoke and Deceit being used. Rexar is invisible, getting hit by that preemptive Wave of Terror, though. In fact, double scouting being used by them. Plague Ward and Wave of Terror being used to scout. See this Plague Ward being thrown up there just to replace this one as it gets taken out so they can continue to see what's going on up there. And to see they're very wary. They're quite scared of what this team might be up to, although most of them aren't there in fact. What's Crystal Maiden got? She's also opted for Treads. Of course, it does help offset the fact she's also one of those squishy intelligence heroes. Rexar instead going for Phase Boots, of course helping him run down people. Sometimes we see Rexars not really bother with upgrading their boots, but in this case it looks like he was hoping for some early damage as well as hoping to be able to run down, just gain some more mobility in team fights. Remember, it's not so much the damage, it's just allowing him to stay mobile in a team fight and place himself effectively. Crystal Maiden managing to push down that tower. Looks like, will they be trading it for this bottom tower? No, they're holding off that push fairly effectively. Now Tinker porting to the mid lane. I don't know if he was going to be able to hold this off though. Actually, sorry, that's Windrunner pointing to the mid lane. Where did Tinker go? He went to he went back to base. He's rearming, getting ready to fly out again. As we should mention that the supports on the Scourge team have been doing a lot of excellent work for Alchemist, been stacking left, right, and center for him. In fact, are we going to see him gets hit by Frostbite? Could be in a little bit of trouble. No, he should be able to back up here, throwing down that, that acid brew there. Ancient Apparitions here. I just saw Venomancer in a little bit of trouble, getting smashed down by those nukes. Although that ult has been used on top of Rexar. He should be okay though. He's not losing health that rapidly. Venomancer didn't get an ult off, so he should be fine. Now, I did have a train of thought. That's right. Oh, whoa, okay. Sacred Relic. He is going for a later Sacred Relic Radiance after getting the Vanguards. But of course, you know, Sacred Relic, he's going for a Radiance. Radiance is one of those items that it's sort of the faster you get it, the more powerful it is. The faster you get that burn, the more effective it is and the more painful it is. So I'm just looking at his creep score. He is on 36 neutral kills and 79 lane kills, so he's definitely... Oh, whoa. He just got the Radiance just then. Okay, so that's a 21-minute Radiance. That's pretty good. That's not too bad, especially considering, you know, he went for the Vanguards first, so he's doing very well for himself farm-wise. This is going to, you know, skyrocket his farm even faster, but I think personally he should pretty soon stop farming and start putting the Radiance to work. That would be my personal opinion, because, you know, we saw this being used against Na'Vi before, where the Alchemist just farmed for a long time, just farmed and farmed and farmed, used the Radiance to farm, didn't do anything, and in the end, Na'Vi just won by pushing, because, you know, they didn't capitalize on the advantage they had and step on Na'Vi's throat and just shut them down with that 14-minute Radiance. But at the moment, they're probably going to take this bottom tower, the first tier tower. Yeah, not much Rygar can do by himself. There is another port coming here. Rygar in a lot of trouble, though, getting a fissure off, but he has been hit by the Poison Nova and the Poisonous Gale. And looks like Rexar also getting into the fray here, also coming to the bottom lane. But they're in a lot of trouble. Web being used, great use of Web to knock away the ability to juke by opening up all that line of sight. Tinker now porting out, should be able to get to safety, but Rexar going to be finished up there. Wow. Ancient Apparition getting yet another kill. I think possibly he might have had his own DOT on him, although possibly DOTs might be giving the snap kill to Ancient Apparition from because Venomancer was chasing him and, you know, stacking on a ton of slows and damage over time. But it looks like they're going to continue their advantage here pushing, because Tinker is... Actually, no, Tinker probably going to go down there right now. Crystal Maiden already in the bottom lane. While we're talking about items, Windrunner has picked the 4-star. Great item on Windrunner. Tinker going to go to the top, no cancelling. Looks like he's just trying to scare Alchemist. But he is needed in this bottom lane, or otherwise he's going to lose his tower quite rapidly to Broodmother. Of course, those bloody spiders do a lot of pushing, a lot of damage to towers just by the sheer number of them. As Tinker now spending the nukes as fast as he can, just trying to push back this creep waves. Of course, here we go, the March of the Goblins. March of the Machines, very, very powerful when it comes to pushing, countering pushing, or even pushing himself. Windrunner invisible at the moment. Looks like she might be able to set up a kill here. Yes, the shackle shot of Venomancer. Venomancer needs some support from both Vengeful Spirit and 4-star being used to push Riley Crystal Maiden up into position. She looks like she helps out with the Frostbite. Rexa not even being needed. The dots do go up, but unfortunately Vengeful Spirit just too slow to save Venomancer. Could have swapped him out, but you know, Venomancer a bit of a support role at the moment, so I guess she didn't feel the need to do so. Vengeful Spirit now has also picked up a Commandor. I'm not sure how many levels does she have in it. Doesn't tell me. Just trying to check how much damage it was doing, possibly. We see here Broodmother being supported by Vengeful Spirit as she farms the Ancients, although she's using her ult, so I don't think she really needs any support at all. That ult steals a ridiculous amount of life. And she has finished that Black King bar, so this could become quite problematic for the Sentinel team. This Broodmother is going to be huge. As well as Alchemist. I wonder what he's going for next. How much money does he have? He should be pretty farmed up. You know, they took a tower. They want a team fight. He should be relatively farmed at the moment. He is sitting on 2,800 gold. I wonder what he's going for. Maybe going straight for a heart. Might be going for something else, not sure at this point in time. Just checking. Magic damage is considerable on the other team. Might be opting to unpick it. No, if he was going for a Hooded Defiance, I'm sure he would have picked that up. Parts of it already. In fact, 2,800 gold is enough to buy it. In fact, pretty sure. These guys, Windrunner has a double damage rune. Just stealing stacked neutrals at the moment. No, not stacked, just stealing neutrals. There is a large Sentinel push coming at this top tower though, so it looks like the Scourge will need to respond rather. Well, it looks like they're busy holding off the mid push at the moment, although really Alchemist should be able to clean that up in a few seconds. They need to get top and stop that push, I think. Although, no, that's Venomancer, not Brood. Rather, interesting. Venomancer not stacking for his teammate, instead just deciding he wants to catch up on his farm a little bit. And there is a large push coming here, although it's only creep, as the heroes aren't interested in standing around and pushing. They are a little bit worried. They do have this ward here, though, from Crystal Maiden, spotting up any counterattacks coming, so they could back up pretty quickly if they needed to. Looks like Windrunner going to stand around here all alone and just try and push this lane. So I'm just checking Broodmother items, still nothing new. How much money is she camping? 3.3 thousand gold, so she is going for something. In fact, she just spent it. That's coming from Secret. I bet that's an Eagle Horn. It is indeed. She is going for a wing bow. Wow, she's going to be doing a lot of damage. Going to become very, very difficult to deal with. In fact, just looking at that lineup, Windrunner nowhere near a Monkey King bar, so that's going to become hugely problematic to deal with. Especially if they're trying to go carry and out-carry her at the moment. Wrestle Dark, we're still farming up, although here he comes, Raw being used. The Wild Axes, look at all that nuke damage. As tanky as he was, he could not sustain that much firepower all at once. Just absolutely annihilating him. But now Crystal Maiden getting frozen actually by the Ancient Apparition, cleaning her up very nasty. And of course, Ancient Apparition's cold feet, if you don't escape his range fast enough, you take a whole bunch of DOT as well as a stun. I'm pretty sure that's what froze her in place, and she was right next to an Ice Vortex as well, reducing Crystal Maiden's... Whoa, hello, Earthshake, a massive push there from the 4-star as well as a blinking. Great look at that, great shackle shot, perfect, absolutely perfect, and an Echo Slam cleaning up those two heroes. Wonderful coordination from MYM. And look at that, suddenly pushing up Rygor with that 4-star, as well as then just using the short-range blink from Kellen's daggers, bam, on top of them. Using the Fissure and the Echo Slam, just doing so much damage. And then, of course, a great 3.5 second stun on both heroes from that shackle shot. Excellent coordination there from MYM. Absolutely excellent.
player's forces are under attack.
Now I'm watching Razzle Dark Brew. Looks like he is going for an Assault Curious. Of course, that increases his attack speed quite phenomenally, as well as giving him some armor. Of course, he already does have a bit of health. Now, Windrunner in the late stages is going to be doing a lot of physical damage, and to counter physical damage, you don't just stack health, you also stack some armor. As well as, of course, it's just going to support his team with that negative armor as well. It's going to increase the amount of damage that Broodmother's going to be doing it phenomenally as well. But Broodmother still got the Eagle Horn. Looks like she hasn't quite farmed up enough to finish off that butterfly. So I'm sure I was calling it something else possible. I might have been calling it by its Hon name. That would have been quite silly. I do make that mistake every now and then. I get excited and call something by its Hon name because I'm just used to playing Hon at the moment. Haven't played Dota in quite some time. Of course, started out by playing Dota and then moved to Hon, but at the moment we're back at Dota. And look here, we've got a Roshan attempt. Looks like it's going to go pretty much uncontested because that was counter-warded by Vengeful Spirit, so they don't know what's going on. I'm sure they think something sus is going on. In fact, Riley went to check it out, but she'd been chased off by the Spiderlings. Of course, they do a huge amount of damage to a squishy hero like Crystal Maiden. There's not much she can do at the moment. But, wow. Okay, while they're taking Kong, they're being pushed. And Tinker is also pushing up here and porting in. And these guys are nowhere near in position. Nobody's got any ports. Oh, no, they're going to lose this Rax. Why does nobody have any ports? What is this? Oh, no. So, Venomancer gets there in time. Broodmother also gets there because wiped out by the mass DPS there. And looks like they might be losing this Rax. It's taking a lot of damage. They just need a little bit more to finish it off. Can Rexar just finished this off, although he's taking a lot of dot damage. He might use the pig. He is using the pig to try and finish this off. Oh, it's 19, 20, 21. It looks like the pig might... No! Oh, he must be so mad. That would be quite true. Maybe Rexar's just going to sit here, cut his way through with the axes, then try and spawn another pig and just try and back... Oh, he's been spotted, though. They know what he's up to. In fact, he has to have a teleport. He could... he could have, actually. Teleported out. Yeah, he does actually just... Where did he go? Oh, he's got a blink dagger as well. I didn't even notice that. Quite silly, actually, in fact. But I believe he successfully escaped there. Yes, he did escape. He's not dead. Oh, so close, but no cigar. So they managed to successfully get the Rosh off, as well as defend their racks. And despite that, nobody having ports, although I think Broodmother might have ported back, but really, the majority of their team not having ports because Vengeful Spirit was popping down the wards and counter wards, so she had no room, didn't career one out in time. But close escape there for Na'Vi. They definitely want to be worried about that. Although at the moment, look at that. Razzle Darkbrew just getting smashed, and he's... Oh, no, he's lost the token now. This is a really big problem for him. He's been gangbanged. He's got no support. He's in a huge spot of trouble. Getting hit by Raw now, as well as getting Shackle Shot. There's about nothing to do. He's going to have to run for his life. Shackle Shot now wearing off Wild Axes. He's going to try and finish off Torrent Cheaton, but not enough. Torrent Cheaton is going to back off in time. Ancient Apparition unable to lend any help there, unfortunately. Ancient Apparition also has a 4-star useful item. In fact, I thought he'd be more farmed at this point, but he really isn't. Considering he was, hanging around his lane for quite a long time, I really thought he'd be a lot more fun as well, as he is on 6-2, so, I think he'd be a bit more fun. Oh, Rexar, a bit of backdoor Barry happening here. He's just chopping his way ever so sneakily through these trees. And look, so he's scouting for Plague Wards with the Hawk, making sure there's nobody in here. And he's going to try and pop out and destroy this tower quite quickly. His team might set up a push at the center. I think they might know something sus. Do they know something sus? Yeah, I think they know something's up at the moment. Although, no, they don't. Maybe not. Yeah, they do know something's up. In fact, Rexar managed to blink away before that Wave of Terror pinged off his blink dagger. So unfortunately, backdoor Barry not successful. Mission failure. Having to scrub the mission and abort. At the moment, Tinker, whoa. Marching the machines everywhere. Just using that to farm up. And push back the lane, I guess. Getting a 3rd level enchant totem. Just looking at Venomancer. He has finished up Chasm. I'm just trying to check items. Nope, nothing there. Nothing new for Razzle. But of course, Broodmother still hasn't finished off that butterfly. It's a little weird. I thought she would have had the money for it by now. I suppose she did die in that last push on the top racks. So she is being a little bit careful now. I think she's worried about all of the blink initiation that MYM have at the moment, because MYM's setting up some brilliant blink initiations at the moment. Just completely isolating and drilling down heroes that they catch alone. Smoke Deceit being used. This could be a problem for... Oh, Windrunner being burned down. Uses Windrun. Rexar also backing up. Windrunner using that force up. Dodging. Oh, managing to dodge that Venomous Gale. She's also turning around now. Deciding maybe she can try and fight them. Rexar didn't blink. No, his blink is ready to go. Oh, he also has a haste. So he's ready to fight. But while they're doing that, there's a push happening down here. It looks like they are porting back, though. Do they get the tower? No, don't quite get the tower. Having to back off. Very wise. Although, Razzle, can he run down this Christmate? Fisher, though, slowing him down. He does. He is charging up that, stun. No. Stunning himself by the looks of it. Interesting. Broodmother now pointing. Oh, there's a push on top here at the moment. Rax, though, half health. Should be okay to fend this one off. It is only Rexar by himself. Actually, not Rexar by himself, but here we go. Oh, somebody's got a Hex. Who's got a Hex? Wow, Windrunner has managed to farm a Hex and drilling down Ancient Apparition. The swap from Vengeful Spirit, not enough to save him. And now look at this, using the BKB. It looks like... Oh, she's getting blocked, though. This is the downside to Triss, but look at this. It's Venomous Gale and... No, Venomous Gale. It's the Poison Nova being used. Venomous Gale not landing at the moment. Rexar getting stuck in. Tinker's here as well. But here comes Razzle. Down goes Tinker. And now Rexar in a lot of trouble. Down goes Rexar. Gets drilled down eventually. But it looks like... Oh, losing health. Losing health. The dot has just worn off, though. Very, very close. Could have gone in another direction altogether. And Windrunner managing to farm up that sheep stick. I didn't realise she'd picked that up. But Ancient Apparition also didn't realise she'd picked that up and coming on the receiving end, but getting drilled down and disabled. Has Broodmother finished that Wingbow yet? She really could use. And unfortunately, when you have a ton of Spiderlings and creep... Sorry, I'm a little bit ill at the moment. When you have a ton of Spiderlings and creep, we saw Broodmother. This is one of the downsides to playing a melee carry or anti-carry, is that you get blocked by your own creep as well as enemy creep. So not having phase boots can cause all sorts of problems there. Whereas, if she had those phase boots, she'd be A, fast, and B, would have been able to charge the creep and, start laying down some damage. So I think the fight could have gone a little, they could have finished off Windrunner had she had phase boots instead of agility treads. But she has decided to go with agility treads, and we do see that as a very common buy on... So I'm just listening to someone hammering away. There are renovations going on next door. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but if you do hear some random hammerings, there is someone outside my apartment smashing away on something with a hammer. At the moment, they do, Na'Vi guys managed to push down this first tier tower at last. Are they going to continue? It looks like they are continuing the push. They have all hands on deck at the moment, although they're being pushed. No, not really at the moment. So they should be able to get down this tower. And I'm seeing some teleport scrolls, so they should be able to get back and defend at the same time. Wild Axes just pinging Razzle, though. He's not too worried. I'm just waiting for the big initiation here from Earthshaker. Where is Earthshaker? Here he comes now. And see, that's just being thrown down, trying to stop anybody from just hanging around here and blinking. And see, Earthshaker being forced to stand further back because he can't afford having his Blink Dagger being set on cooldown by damage. So it looks like they are going to continue this push. No, backing up just a little bit. Windrunner now possibly a bit of trouble for stuffing out of the tree, so to safety. Smoker Deceit was used by the Sentinel team. Vision now hitting Ancient Apparition and Venomancer. Ancient Apparition using Force Staff to try and get out of trouble. And now Razzle getting stuck in. No, they are backing off. The Sentinel team are backing up here. Just allowing the Scourge to just pound away at this tower. They are going to get it. And look, another Scouting Ward from... Another small Scouting Plague Ward pushing Rexar back. Just pinging off his Blink Dagger, making sure he can't blink on top of them. And it looks like they are going to need to retreat at the moment because they do have this bottom lane being pushed, as well as Tinker using the distraction to push the top lane. Looks like he's porting back to face now, and he will come to mid lane very soon. Nether swap though on Windrunner. Windrunner a lot of trouble. Windrunner gonna get burst down, but Earthshake getting stuck in there, using Echo Slam, doing a ton of damage before managing to. Oh, they're taking a lot of damage. Oh, Poison Novas on him. Is he gonna get cleaned up? It looks like he might go down. He does go down. Earthshake getting drilled down. Also, Rexar getting wiped out by that health snap as well. Unfortunately, Broodmother too strong at the moment. Broodmother is huge. In fact, how is she? I swear I saw that staff on the courier. How is she not finished off that Wingbow by now? What is going on? Looks like they're going to drill down this tower though, and now Crystal Maiden porting in, going to try and just get a bit of distance. Ancient Apparition using Forster. Frostbite being used on Alchemist though. He's in a bit of trouble. The burn is on him though, but he looks like he gets stomped by Rigel and cut off by a Fissure. Nice Fissure also hitting Venomancer and Vengeful Spirit. They are going to need to back up here. Na'Vi backing up quite quickly. It looks like Rigel's on the warpath. He also has a Ghost Epic useful for trying to mess with Broodmother when she's trying to do damage, although it looks like getting frozen there by Cold Feet, not quite managing to jump over that cliff there, and now getting hit by another Fissure. Looks like Broodmother managed to clean up Earthshaker, and another, was that a swap from Vegetable Spirit? Great swap, and now being pushed down to trying to fight Ancient Apparition, although I think that was her pushing herself, not Ancient Apparition, it was, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Windrunner. Oh, cleaning each other up though. Too bold, cleaning each other up there, although considering the position that she was in, that was a great outcome for Windrunner because she was pretty much buggered there, getting pushed down over the cliff and getting cut off by 3 heroes like that. And unfortunately, Ancient Apparition just being a little bit too bold, just trying to clean her up and paying for it with his life. Looks like Vengeful Spirit will clean up this push on the top lane. And Razzle has finished up some Steam Boots, Power Treads, and an Assault Curious. So he's going to be attacking A very quickly, and B, be doing a lot of damage, and also in hand. And finally, Butterfly on Broodmother. About time he finished that. Uh-oh, Tinker possibly, no, Tinker porting out. Going back to base, looks like he's going to be pushing that top lane again. This is a really annoying thing about Tinker, just constantly pushing lanes, setting up pushes, just by setting up tons and tons of marching machines and then porting back to safety of his base, refilling and then supporting his team in a fight. He's very, very annoying. Surprised we haven't seen Na'Vi do it. In fact, it's the kind of thing that they enjoy doing. Of course, one of the things he does like though is disable, but his teammates have tons of disables between them, as we've seen Earthshaker unleash crippling Fissures as well as Windrunner. Set up some great shackle shots. At the moment, Rexar though, just pushing away at this lane. As how much money is Broodmother camping at the moment? Oh, we might be seeing an engagement here. Venomancer and Ancient Apparition. No, that's Razzle. Sorry, as I get a little bit confused there. But Broodmother camping 2,400 gold at the moment. I'm wondering what she's going to be. She might just be saving for buybacks at this point in time, because she is quite powerful. She's doing a lot of damage. Looks like Tinker again going to be porting back just to get his mana back up, just setting up a ton of marching machines. But Razzle is going to straight away turn that push around. So at the moment, it looks like it's a bit of a stalemate. Neither team can really get a decisive push off and take a Rax. Although they got really close here at drilling down that Rax
Forces are under attack.
during the Roshan attempt of Na'Vi, so they're probably not going to make the same mistake twice. They'll definitely make sure they have teleport scrolls. That was a very close thing. They did breathe a sigh of relief. And Rexar did try a bit of backdoor barrier, but didn't manage it. Rexar at the moment pushing once again, still has nothing. Oh, she has an ultimate orb at the moment. Might be going for another Hex. That would be my guess. It would be quite useful for him if you can get that another Hex, because they do want as many Hexes and Disables as possible to try and shut down Broodmother, because they want to chain disable her before she can get her BKB off, because once she gets that BKB off and is busy running around with her alt lifesteal and the crap out of stuff, or even, you know, just hexing her while she's got a lifesteal up, it can really be very beneficial and help them deal with how powerful she is. But throwing down that Ice Vortex, just looking for the enemy team, although, here we go. Getting stuck in, going for that Kong attempt, but Riley has seen them. She's got that ward there. MYM knows what's going on. Are they going to get there? It doesn't look like they're going to respond in time, though. In fact, Tinker just in the top lane. Looks like they might be going for a bit of... No, not going for a bit of backdoor barrier. Earthshaker and Rexar just pushing this bottom lane. But that was a really fast Roshan attempt, because they do a ton of damage at this point in time. Another ultimate orb, this time on Ancient Apparition. Looks like he might also be trying to get a Hex. Or a Nullstone. Could be going for a Nullstone, but I'm thinking Hex is more likely. At this point, they just want some disables, because, you know, there's not a whole lot of single target disables on the other team. You know, with a Rogel there, they can set up those stuns pretty effectively. Although, actually, no. Then again, it might be it would be useful to try and shut down Rexar's massive, massive stun. So, you know, he could be going for a Nullstone, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Hex, to be honest. Has Vengeful Spirit has a point booster. Might be going for Staff of the Master. Of course, it does buff her ult. Then again, she might also just be going, for cheap health. Of course, a point booster, very, very cost-effective health, which, sometimes we'll see supports just picking up a point booster just because it gives health, it gives mana, and it's really cheap comparatively to trying to pick up something else. Really cost-effective is the other word I'm looking for. Another Ghost Scepter. Anybody else picking up a Ghost Scepter on MYM's side? No room for it for Chris. Oh, well, she could drop the Ironwood Branch. Windrunner, nothing new there. Rexa, has he managed to farm? Yes, no. Let's look through items. Broodmother. Oh, hello, Demon's Edge. What she's going for there. At the moment, Ancient Apparition still chilling in this mid lane here. Not a whole lot. Rexar, though, using Raw. Looks like here comes the Tinker support. Tinker, though, not managing to port in time. Ancient Apparition now throwing in his support of his ult, and they're having to back off. Firing out that stun, though, whacking into Rexar. Though it doesn't look like he's got the speed to run down Rexar. Rexar should be able to get out of there. He's got his blink up. Yeah, he's going to be fine. Throws that Wild Axis and then blinks away. Just as a bit of, screw you, buddy. Porting to mid, though. Looks like we're going to see another mid push. Windrunner has a port, so she can get back in time if there is trouble. Looks like Broodmother also moving in to help out. No, just going to move in to farm some more. So not a whole lot happening at the moment. Aegis is on. Ooh, Razzle is going to be very difficult to kill. He's got the Aegis. This time, though, he wants to avoid being picked off. Like last time he had that Aegis, he got picked off in the jungle. So it was quite problematic for him. But now they don't have this tower up. There's going to be a push here. What are they doing? Looks like they're opting to base trade. They're going to try and trade the mid racks for the two side racks at the moment. Okay, that's an interesting decision. It's a bit of a base race going here. We've got 5 in the mid lane trying to push it, although where's Broodmother? Broodmother is here. Yeah, she is. Riley in a lot of trouble. Down goes Crystal Maiden. Not much she can do there at all. Just getting caught out by the Minimus Scout and drilled down. Tinker, though, opting to port back. I think they're just trying to stop the sweep because, look, here we go. Here's the sweep happening as he gets hexed there. Ancient Apparition getting hexed again. Unfortunately, it looks like that sweep may be successful. They are drilling down these creep barracks. Unfortunately, Windrunner, though, managed to take out that top one. Did they? No, they didn't manage to do anything there. It wasn't a good trade. Trading 2 racks for 1. Raw being used on Ancient Apparition, although not doing a whole lot, as well as Earthshaker getting drilled down. Oh, this is not looking good for the Legion, for the Sentinel at all. Not looking good. And look, they're losing base towers as well. Man, they're getting smashed at the moment. There's nothing they can do. Look, forced all the way back to the fountain, being pushed back by the ult, trying to snap them. Uh-oh. Mayabo Ricks down. Ancient Apparition getting drilled down. He does. He gets picked off there. Now the Poisonous Gale, or Venomous Gale, not doing a whole lot, though. But they are going to take this tower. So taking all those base towers, they really need to counterattack. The Sentinel need to get some damage out here. Razzle getting pounded on, but he does have that Aegis gonna pop back up in a second. Broodmother going nuts, just destroying everything she can lay hands on at the moment. Now Razzle, though, getting chain stun there. Nice shackle shot, although Venomous now pounding on top of Crystal Maiden. She is going to get away successfully. They're going to get back into that fountain and heal up, although, oh, I think she just got snapped. No, she didn't. That wasn't the snap there. But now Rexar going toe-to-toe with Broodmother. No way he can take her. I don't know what he was thinking. They're just trying to keep him off that throne at the moment. Oh, Crystal Maiden now using the ult, using the Glacial Downpour, not doing a whole lot of damage. They're having to back up. And now Razzle taking a bit of damage here. And that's another point coming. Razzle taking some more damage. They might be able to hold off this push on the throne. Throne is on 900 health, so he's losing health quite rapidly. Looks like they are going to hold off this push just eventually, managing to drive them back after being trapped in the fountain for so long. Another fissure, although Magic Missile stunning Rexar. Rexar also now getting trapped by Cold Feet. Laser not quite managing to finish off Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition, no, gets hexed. Bad mistake there, and now gets hit by Wild Axes. Getting cleaned up here. Magic Missile hitting Rexar again. Looks like Vengeful Spirit on the run here. Another power shot trying to clean up those trees there, not hitting Vengeful Spirit. Although Rexar, no, shackle shot. She is in a lot of trouble. Vengeful Spirit are going to get boned here. Gets hit by another... gets off another Magic Missile, but it's not able to save her. Just gets cleaned up by a 4-star push from Windrunner there, and then finishes her off with a few auto attacks. But now look, both mid and bottom lane, this is a huge problem. Oh dear, this is a huge problem. They've lost both of these racks. They did trade for the top racks though. So that, you know, there's one saving grace. So they're only 1 racks down, but they still did lose both. So it wasn't a good trade in the end, and also lost a ton of hero kills. And look at all this. Wow. It was getting drilled by creep. They were very, very close. I didn't even notice how low that throne was. So just take a quick squiz around, see if anybody's got anything. Razzle, the Alchemist has opted for Manta style now. Broodmother has got a Monkey King bar, so she is quite beefy at the moment. She's doing a ridiculous amount of damage, in fact.
Player's forces are
Very, very. You're going to need to chain disable her quickly, and hopefully, you know, Blink can chain disable her before she can get that BKB off. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of lights out. But they really do need to defend this mid racks quite desperately. As I think I may have turned. No, I didn't. I didn't turn health bars off. Health bars are still on. Oh, I just saw a venomous gal go out there. Did it hit anything? No, didn't connect with anybody. But yeah, they are going to be pushing this top lane. They're going to try and put pressure, apply pressure to this top lane, while the bottom and mid creep waves will push by themselves. And they can apply pressure. They can probably take out this tower, but they're going to try and apply pressure because they can wipe this out. It is lights out. At the moment, it is possible for these guys to come back because they are only 1 racks down. So MYM is still in this, even though they did suffer a crippling defeat during that last team battle. And they want to be very, very careful to defend this racks. They do not want it to go down at all. Just watching. Oh, Rygor getting stuck in. Used a massive Echo Slam. Down goes Ancient Apparition. Razzle also getting wiped out. That was a great initiation for him. Setting up that fight quite nicely. And now the Hex is being stacked on Glacial. Look at that Glacial Downpour on top of Freezing Fields, actually, I believe it's called. Freezing Fields being smashing through their health. Glacial Downpour is the Hon name for it. I'm sorry to use another Hon term. You know what I mean. It was the ultimate from Crystal Main, and I believe it's called Freezing Fields, if my memory does not mistake me. Rexa now hasn't got anything new, still on that ultimate orb. They do manage to successfully defend that push, though. A great initiation, though, from Earthshaker, splitting up the team with an excellent Fissure as well as Echo Slam, doing so much damage. I think the Spiderlings, there may have been Spiderlings in there to blame partially for how much damage that Echo Slam did. Possibly the Scourge team might want to invest in some magic defense. Rexa getting a Vladimir's Offering. I don't know about that. Doesn't seem to synergize too well with anybody on his team. Looks like more of a selfish sort of a carry item against him. It's really not going to help him go toe-to-toe with Brood. He's nowhere in hell. No way in hell is he going to manage to go toe-to-toe with a Broodmother, especially when it's got stuff like Command Aura on top of it. Looks like they are going to counter push because look, they haven't got enough money for buybacks. 6 seconds away. The ult has been used by Ancient Apparition. Does hit a few of the heroes, but they are going to take this mid tower. Will they get the racks out? Stacking on as much damage. Windrunner using ult, trying to stack on this damage. Vengeful Spirit swapping, trying to delay this as much as possible. The Hex being used on Vengeful Spirit. Hex going down. Vengeful Spirit getting wiped out. They do take out a Rex up, but they get what they came for. They got that racks down. This is going to help them out quite immensely. Now Ancient Apparition pushing in too far. He has been shackle shot. He's in a lot of trouble. Getting auto attacked to death by Tinker. Being managing to push away there. Rygor managed to push away. He's also picked up a Gem of True Sight, trying to stop that Broodmother thing. Quite irritating. Does port out just in time. Crystal Main on defense. Crystal Main. Did I see a helm of the... What? Okay, maybe they're getting these massive Vladimir's offerings so they can push. The only reason I can think is so they can support creep lane pushes. And maybe, I don't know, help their creep like survive against the enemy mega creep just a bit longer. That was the only reason I can think that they're getting these Vladimir offerings, because there is no real reason to be getting them on this team. They don't have a good melee carry. You know, Rexa has that... Rexa can sort of semi-carry at best, but he's not going to go toe-to-toe with a Broodmother, no matter how hard he tries at this stage. The Broodmother is just so farmed at this point. There's no way he's going to manage it. So I'm just looking at Broodmother's items. Nothing new. Doesn't look like there is a Khadgar's Pipe of Insight. That is what they definitely do want against Earthshaker, because Earthshaker is doing so much damage. In fact, I think they've had that for a little while, actually. Pretty sure Venomancer's had that for a little while. Razzle just splitting up. Actually, yes, they have had it for a little while. Just neglected to mention it now that I think about it, because I have seen it in action. Manta style now on Bush. Of course, he can split up lots of times with Rearm, create massive amounts of illusions of himself. It's like he is just going to push this wave. No, Spiderlings were pushing that top wave, although it wasn't happening. Although here we go, Riley getting caught out though, getting smashed. I think she was possibly just trying to check out Yeah, it looks like she was placing that ward up and in fact just got spotted up there and drilled down by lots and lots of heroes. Another invisibility rune being picked up by the Broodmother. Are they going for a rush? They are going to clean up this rush pretty quickly. And at 4v5, I don't think there is much that this Sentinel are going to be able to do about this at the moment. They can see a Broodmother though because Rigel Stonehoof does have that Gem of Shrew. So Broodmother getting wiped out. Wow, so much damage. Nothing she can do with it. And look, there's all this damage on Venomancer. Venomancer also dying. It looks like they've managed to get in there in time and cause some damage. But did they get Rosh? They did get Rosh. So who's carrying that token? It's probably, yes, the Aegis is once again on Alchemist. But they did get a couple of hero kills out of it, so this is going to delay a push. Can they use this opportunity to push though? Because they got 2 heroes down. Riley is, Crystal Main's the only one down for the Sentinel. Are they going to use this opportunity to push? No. Doesn't look like it. I guess they're a little bit worried. Oh, I suppose Rygor is too low to push. He does have the... Oh, hello. He managed to steal the cheese. That's unfortunate. I guess that somebody mustn't have had any space. And oh, Tinker also has against this. I should have... don't know if he just picked that up, but he's got the Hex now. In fact, I'm sure he's had that for a little while now, in fact. So I've seen multiple Hexes flying out. And now, wow, Windrunner is actually getting quite farmed. She has a Monkey King bar and a Crystallis, so she's going for Barisa as well. She's actually coming back quite hard and getting quite farmed up. Definitely, this Broodmother might actually have a challenge now when it comes to carrying against her. Although, I think she might be able to... In fact, with Windrunner, you know, she has that evasion as well, so she might actually be able to go toe-to-toe with this anti-carry. In fact, I think they just passed on the cheese to Windrunner, which of course is probably the smartest thing to do. So I'm just checking to see, shake it. Yeah, he did pass off that cheese, in fact. Which, you know, of course, if you give the Aegis or the cheese to your carries, is the smartest thing to do. Now the Scourge still have the pushing advantage because this other racks, the ranged racks, is still up, so the Sentinels range creep aren't as powerful, but of course the melee ones are the ones that go for first. Because there's more of them that add so they just tank so much more damage. At the moment, what are they up to here? I'm wondering if Rexo is ever going to do anything with that ultimate orb. He's had it for quite some time. He's got the Vladimir's offering. Really, I'm guessing it's the only fathomable reason why I think they could be possibly stacking Vladimir's offerings, because of course, you know, they don't actually stack with themselves. He's trying to push multiple lanes at once, and of course if Crystal Main's on the defense at home base, armoring up her own creep obviously useful, but I mean she could have just got a ring of the Basilius, if you know, she just wanted to get the armor. Maybe the lifesteal they want as well, I don't know. I'm really not sure about it. Is that Ancient Apparition now pushing this top? Oh, base trade. Tinker now boarding up here to help out. Oh, it's another base race, although Windrunner running back to base. Looks like she's going to try and take them on. Maybe? No, no, it looks like they're opting to push back. Or everybody's porting back. They're just going to try and get that tower, maybe. Do they get 60? No, they're not going to get that. Oh, the creep might push down that tower, but they are porting back to defend. Now, Alchemist leading the charge. He does have that Aegis still, so he's quite... Oh, he does get a Hex, though. He's in a little bit of trouble. Oh, no, he's in a lot of trouble. Gets cut off by that fissure. He's also been hit by Frostbite. There must be a conflict somewhere else, so they're not stacking that much damage on him. Gets Hexed once again. I think Tinker is just rearming that Hex left, right, and center. Although he is healing at a rapid rate. They are going to fend off this push at the moment. I'm surprised nobody else jumped on him. I'm really surprised that nobody else on the Sentinel just jumped him and tried to pound him down and try and pick off that Aegis. Because at the moment, it's still having that Aegis, you know, he can try and push again. Although Tinker has got a Shiva's Guard. That's very useful. Does a lot of damage, and of course it's yet another item that increases his mana pool and allows him to rearm just so more frequently. Basically, he can just spam the crap out of everything. Yeah, look at that mana pool, 2,200 mana. That's huge. As the Venomous Gale goes out, although not really connecting with a whole lot. Razzle in a... Oh no, Rygor possibly in a little bit of trouble. Raw goes out now. Razzle in a little bit of trouble here. The March of the Machine's not doing a whole lot. The Freezing Field coming down. Riley doing so much damage, as well as Tinker now slowing him down with another Shiva's Guard flying out with all of that slow. Now Venomancer is still in a lot of trouble, being slowed down quite badly. Rygor blinking there, stopping. May have overextended. Now using the Ghost Step to try and save himself from the auto attacks. Does he have any teammates? Getting on for the last fissure. Managing to slow them down just a little bit more, but getting stunned. And the Gem of True Sight is on the deck. Are they going to pick it up or destroy it? Nope. Just ignoring it. Just going to push at the moment. Oh, they need to respond. They do not want to let these racks go. Gemma Truesight still on the ground, possibly blending into grass here. Oh, Windrunner hasn't used her cheese yet, though. She might pop the... Yeah, she pops the cheese. She's going to get stuck in now. Here she comes, winding up... No, not winding up a power shot. Another fissure, though, from Earthshaker. Nicely done. Trapping off... trapping off Venomancer there. And another Shiva's Guard slowing down Razzle. Has he used his Aegis? He has used his Aegis. He could be in a better trouble here. He's getting pounded on top of them. Just both splitting there. Both him and Tinker splitting up. But he is in a lot of trouble. Another fissure slowing him down. Stunning him once again. As well as Rexar getting cleaned up by Ancient Apparition while all that was happening. But I think a net win there for... Oh no! The creep. They're pushing the Rex. Oh no, the port's coming in. The throne being pushed down by this creep. Unfortunately, the creep spawning just in time. And who's got a Radiance there? Somebody else has got a Radiance. Shackle shot though on Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition in a fair bit of trouble here. Getting pounded on. Does manage to... Oh, it's Razzle with the Radiance. I didn't realize he'd bought back and come back. He has also picked up Boots Travel, so one for each foot. But he is using that mobility to try and push down these throne. And in fact, still a creep whacking one. The throne need to clean that up. But of course, Boots of Travel in this late game situation where lots of buybacks and lots of charging, multi-pushing is happening. Having this mobility is very useful, and this is why Tinker is so crazy with this mobility he can provide. Look at this, just cleaning up this massive creep wave, just blasting out all of those Shiva's defense, Shiva's guards, Ice Novas, and yeah, just going to be able to finish that up and then back off, rearm and then resupply and move out again. Look at that 2,000 mana, 2,200 mana. It's huge. He can rearm tons of times in a fight. I think it's like 300 mana per rearm, so he can use it several times in a fight. Venomancer still with the K-Guards pipe. Also has a Kellen's Dagger for initiation now. Of course, probably trying to get in and initiate on Earthshaker before he can get his initiation off. Nothing really new on Broodmother. Probably saving back for buybacks at this point. She's on 1,000 gold. Maybe, maybe not.
Players' forces are under attack.
Here comes another push in the mid lane. I think they're going to try and clean up that second rack, the ranged barracks at the moment. Magic Bolt has just been ditched there. I guess somebody decided they didn't even need it, but at the moment, look at this. Just pounding away on that racks. Nobody stepping up to defend, although... Oh, Razzle is still dead. That's why they're waiting. And down goes that rack. So now it's even Stevens. Rygo getting blinked in on top of, and look at this. Hex on top of Venomancer. Venomancer did get his ult off though. It looks like Tinker is going to go down using Hex on on Broodmother. Broodmother getting wiped out, and now, close escape. That 4-star paying dividends so many times this game. Raw being used on Venomancer. Venomancer though being supported by Ancient Apparition. Not going to be quick enough though. Actually, it might be. Rygold goes down as well as possibly. Oh, Venomancer managing to sneak away on 100 health, although getting cleaned up now by Tinker. Yes, Tinker coming back. Razzle still in there. Now Tinker running for his life, getting hit by another magic missile. Needs to get the hell out of there. Still being pounded on top of by the enemy team. Solo gets cleaned up by Ancient Apparition. Once again, Ancient Apparition triple kill. He's really doing a lot of damage. And still hasn't done anything with that ultimate orb. I could have sworn... Oh, actually, no. He had the ultimate orb before. Hasn't done anything with it, though. Is he saving for buybacks, possibly at this point? He's on 4,000 gold, so I think he might possibly be saving for buybacks. Or doing the whole business where you save for the entire item at once and then buy it at once, or use them on buybacks. At this stage of the game, of course, buybacks are very critical. So you either save and buy the item all at once if you think it's going to turn fights around, or you just basically, if you get killed while you're saving for this item, you have the opportunity to buy back if your team critically needs it. And at this stage, it's 2 racks down a piece, and as well as that tower missing. Although the throne looking a lot healthier, and I should probably deny that if somebody notices it a little bit later. But Alchemist overextending quite badly, I think. On the run though, fortunately managing to get away at the moment. Although Windrunner looks like she might be close, using the push on. Oh no, Riley's got her own push right now. Forgot about that. Although Beastmaster not quite managing to blink in on top of his target and managing to get away there. In fact, does he have enough money for a buyback? 2,000, yeah, should have enough for a buyback, so wouldn't have been that critical, but it would have been a pretty big waste, to be honest, if he managed to get himself picked off there. Vengeful Spirit just doing a bit of farming. Oh, wow, this game is going absolutely... This is a pretty tight game. It looked like MYM were being smashed earlier on, but they've really managed to come back, as well as this... Windrunner just doing so much damage. What is she sitting on? I think she might possibly be saving for buybacks now as well. She is, no, 1,900. She might be saving for the rest of her Bariza. Monkey King Bar, of course, nicely countering the butterfly on Broodmother. How much money? She just spent her cash on something, I think. She must have spent her money on something because she's on less. Oh wait, sorry, wrong hero. I'm looking at Venomancer. She's on 1300 gold at the moment, so possibly saving up for buybacks or something. You see Razzle using his illusions here just to run around and farm the neutrals, scout and farm the neutrals by burning them down. But another rush attempt. It seems to be a pretty common theme, as it looks like possibly having to fend off a backdoor Barry. There, no. They are just going to take a quick rush though by the looks of it. Yep, no contestant at all. I don't think there's any way these guys are going to get there in time. Look how fast Rush is dropping. Although it actually might. Now it's only Razzle fighting. Although, no, Razzle should be able to. As long as he gets stunned too many times. Just using the Crow to check out things. Yeah, going to take this easy before any sort of reinforcements can chop. Oh, they just lost a courier. Bit of an accident there. So it's slightly annoying at this stage of the game, although didn't really achieve much. Did spot up the rush attempt, and they couldn't do a whole lot to stop it. Tinker now just trying to set up another push along with Windrunner, and they are going to port back because there is a heavy push coming down this mid lane here at the moment. Looking at all of these. Anything new there? Oh, Venomous Gale on top of Beastmaster. Beastmaster's a lot of trouble. Use this room though. Here comes Freezing Fields though, getting cancelled. Ancient Apparition getting hit by that fissure, and they are stacking on the hexes on top of Rygo. Rygo goes down, the Ancient Apparition also getting hexed, and somebody just porting out of trouble there. I think it might have been, no, it wasn't Tinker. As Earthshaker just buying back though. Frostbite being used. Windrunner though with the triple kill. Look at all that damage. Hex, Monkey King Bar, she is doing 200, 300 a hit. And the rapid fire is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Naturally, and Razzle now. Oh, a Hex and a Shadow Shot. Unfortunately, not coordinating that as well as they could have. Ancient Apparition pushing his way in, trying to help out, managing to dodge that fissure from Earthshaker, of course, who bought back. Although Ancient Apparition getting cleaned up by Windrunner, and now she's waiting around, gonna try and stack on the disables. And look, there we go, another Shackle Shot on top of Razzle. Razzle managing to use his ult, trying to use that heal basically to stop all that damage, but it looks like he's being pounded on top of him. He is charging up a nuke on Windrunner, possibly a little bit of trouble. Can the nuke get off in time? Looks like she might have managed to get out of range, in fact, or it might have gone to someone else, I'm not sure. But now Earthshaker in a lot of trouble. Uses Ghost. Scepter not going to save him though. Uses a stun. Is the burn going to finish him off? Roar being used might save Stone. No, just uses the neutral creeps to deny himself. While this is happening, push happening up here. Yeah, Vengeful Spirit should be able to hold it off for now. But at the moment, oh, creep pushing. They've thrown again. This is getting very close. The creep is still pushing though. They haven't got any. Oh no, they're respawning. They should be able to fend that off. But still, the initiation from the Sentinel team, as well as just the sheer amount of damage Windrunner is doing at this late stage of the game. Looks like she is quite nice and beefy. It looks like Broodmother might need to step up her items to try and take her on and possibly stop saving the buyback. She's sitting on 2100 gold at the moment. Windrunner getting a triple kill in that last engagement. She's max level as well. How much money is she sitting on? 3,800, so it looks like she's also saving from buybacks at this point, of course. As we've said many times, buybacks are quite critical. And it should be mentioned that pretty much every single Kong Roshan attempt has been successful by the Scourge team here. In fact, the only thing that they've lost when it comes to Roshan was Rygo managed to steal the cheese at one point, but it wasn't any huge loss. They got the Aegis every single time, and they still are on par with MYM as far as pushing goes, pretty much, although Throne has taken a bit more damage. But, you know, MYM are really holding their own here. So it looks like, yeah, another Gem of True Sight on Rexar. More pushing happening here at the bottom. Looks like another, they are attempting another push on the mid lane here, although I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. Broodmother has opted for a Kellen's Dagger as well, so I'm thinking she's going to try and use this for positioning. Of course, positioning in fights is very important, and I think that's possibly what she's going to try and use it for. Just to set herself up on top of a hero and quickly burn them down. or maybe even to quickly trying to avoid Rygor as he blinks in. Look here. He's getting ready to blink in. They are setting up their defense here, getting ready. Scout, Hawk being used to scout. Rygor deciding he doesn't want to be there, backing up just a bit more. Just think Ancient Apparition, just throw down these Icy Vortex, trying to catch people out with maybe hiding somewhere. I think that was Rygor. Is Rygor? No, he's not in there. He's still further back at the moment. Split. Manta Style being used by the Alchemist. Tinker using that Shiva's Guard, trying to chase off the Alchemist. Now the Creeper going to be hitting the throne. They need to do something about this. They don't want to be losing this fight. They lose this fight. If the Sentinel loses this fight, it is going to be lights out for them. Venomous Gale, Poison Nova. This wasn't that effective. They only hit a couple of heroes. Hex on top of Alchemist now. Broodmother getting stuck in, but getting stunned. She has her BKB up, but she got hit by Raw. BKB now wearing off. They're still taking a bit of damage though, as well as the Alchemist still up, losing health rapidly, but also gaining health now. Ancient Apparition going to go down. Yes, gets cleaned up by a Fissure, and Crystal Maiden also getting wiped out by that continual DOT. And Rygor just trying to get rid of these illusions to make sure they don't burn down the throne there. And Tinker's in their base. He's pushing. He is pushing like a mad dog against this throne, doing a ton of damage. Who is that there trying to take him on? There was a buyback from Alchemist, I believe, as well as possibly Venomancer. They are trying to chase him off there. Windrunner also buying back. Windrunner getting taken out by, who was that? In fact, Vengeful Spirit. They do manage to fend off that throne push. This is very dangerous at this stage, of course. At this stage, you know, if they lose a fight, the Scourge lose a fight, Tinker can just blink into their base. You know, even if they leave a creep pushing, like, look at this, they can't do a damn thing about this. At the moment, oh, Boots of Travel, so they're going for the double mass push at the moment, and now Venomancer trying to hold them off, but Windrunner's getting stuck, and they really need Broodmother here, but she's not available, and down goes the Alchemist, who's just bought back, in fact, going for another kill on... Oh, Windrunner still got dotted up. Looks like she might be losing... She's losing health too rapidly. Gets cleaned up by that DOT. And Tinker managing to teleport out. But they need to stop. Rexar's still here, though. They're still... Tinker's still here, too. Look, there's still... Another Roar being used by Rexar. Looks like this might be lights. And MYM! Oh my god, that sneaky push in the end there. Did Rexar also buy Boots of Travel? Oh, mass Boots of Travel at the last second. They just all bought at the Boots of Travel, defended the push successfully, and then teleported to the enemy base and counter push. That was excellent. MYM using some great just counter pushing strategies there. Great play from them. So this is this was the winners bracket in the Farm for Fame winners bracket final between Meteor Maker and Na'Vi. If you've already seen this, maybe it was worth seeing again, because a great comeback from MYM, who really looked like MYM were in all sorts of trouble, because, you know, Na'Vi, they were dominating the game, you know, holding the game down early on, as well as just doing it basically with 3 heroes, while they had Alchemist and Broodmother practically just free farmed to their heart's content, and yet Meteor Maker's come back out on top there in the end. But regardless, my name is Triforman, been doing this solo cast, and I hope you've enjoyed this MobaCast, and we'll catch you next time, guys.